guys, it's me Trent back here with another YouTube video, and today we're going to be working with Soul Lady hair, and I'm going to be showing you guys how I created these chunky highlights. The hair came with 3 flexi rods, a white tooth comb, which was very neat, and I also came with 2 wig caps that matched basically the color of the lace, which was great for me. This is a 18-inch loose wave, 180% density. It came with 3 combs and an adjustable little strap thing just to make sure that it fits your head nicely. And it didn't really give me any shedding as I was doing it, just a little bit, so that was good also. Right now what I'm doing is just spraying the front of the hair, so that way when I go and bleach the knots, we won't have any flyaways that gets in the bleach. And really this step was so unnecessary because as I was watching the video, I realized that the knots were already bleached. You can see right here the knots were literally already bleached, so I really didn't have to do that. But I don't have a video on my YouTube on how to bleach knots, so this could be that. So yeah, just keep watching and you'll see how I do that whole process for literally nothing. So you're gonna need some type of bowl to mix your product in. I'm using 40 volume developer and BW2 powder. So I only used 2 scoops of the BW2 powder, and for the developer I really didn't measure anything at all. It really just depends on when the consistency gets thick, because you don't want this to seep through the lace, because of course that will start to bleach the hair. So you want to get it as thick as you can to make sure that it doesn't seep through the lace basically. So just keep on adding, just keep adding developer or adding powder if it gets too liquidy, and then you should get the right consistency. And soon I'm going to show you guys what consistency I got. So now what I'm going to do is literally just paint. Excuse me. Literally what I'm going to do now is just paint this all over the lace, just so you won't, if you don't want to use a lot of product. The only thing we're really focused on is the front part of the hairline, because that's really the main part you're going to see. But just for the parts and everything, you want to go ahead and do all of it. One trick when you are bleaching your knots, don't push down too hard. You want to go as lightly as possible, because excessive pressure could make the product or whatever seep through the lace, which is gonna cause your hair to start bleaching. But for this style that we're doing, the color, it really doesn't matter, because I didn't know what I was gonna do at first. I was literally just freehanding this and just going with the flow. But with what I did, it really didn't matter if I got bleach on the hair or not, because I ended up bleaching everything. So yeah. So now what I'm doing is just picking out the hair that got stuck to the bleach, which, like I said before, is unnecessary because I bleached all of it anyways. So I'm just showing you guys what it looks like, blah, 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 blah. We don't really need to see that. What I used to wash the hair was Silver Shiny Conditioning Purple Shampoo. This is something new that I got. And I'm using Maui, I think that's how you pronounce it, conditioner. I love this conditioner. I use it all the time. So this is what the hair is looking like after it's been washed and everything. When I washed it with the purple shampoo, I really just did that to get all the brassiness out of the lace, because you don't want an orange scalp, So I'm just playing with the hair, brushing it through, see how good those curls pop, rejuvenate. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, there you go. That's that clip. Literally just playing with the hair. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I just use some push pins to keep my wig from moving all over the place, so when I blow dry it, I don't have to worry about that. But I'm just blow drying the hair just a little bit, because you don't want to put bleach on wet hair. So I was going through and blow drying this, and also with curly hair, it is a little bit easier to blow dry your hair out first before you like bleach it, color, or anything like that, because one, it saves you a whole lot of product, and two, it's just way easier to see what you're doing when the hair is straight. I didn't blow dry the hair all the way to, get it bone straight, because I still want to make sure our curl pattern has curl pattern. So yeah, I'm just showing you guys how the hair looks while it's blow dried. And now what I'm doing, what I do all the time whenever I do a color, anything like that, I'm just separating the frontal part from like where the actual track starts. So now what I'm doing is just sectioning the back out into just 2 sections, just to make it easier for when I go through the whole bleaching process, just to make everything run faster. So now what I'm doing is just getting prepared to start bleaching our hair. What I'm doing now is just taking out a section. I think it's like maybe 2 or 3 tracks. I'm just going to take that out and go ahead and get that situated. So as you guys saw, I'm using 3 scoops of the same BW2 powder, and this time I'm going to use 20 volume developer, just so I can work as slow as I can and the hair doesn't over process basically. And for this little mixture thing, this time you want the concoction, I don't even know what to call it, to be runny. You don't want this one to be thick, because if you do it thick, it's not gonna like get throughout the hair, if that makes sense. But anyways, what I'm doing now is just separating that section into 2 sections, and I'm gonna drop the bottom section and just color the top section. This technique is called slicing. This is gonna make sure like the highlights are more, if that makes sense. You'll just see. I'm really not good at explaining, but yeah. I'm just painting this on, and as I'm doing this, I'm spreading it around, making sure I get it everywhere, because you don't want any black splotches or anything like that. And for the top, I'm just feathering it out, which is basically using the tip of the brush and, stroking down, so you won't get a harsh line of demarcation. This is going to make sure it looks natural and, well blended. And I'm just making sure you just want to make sure you get that bleach everywhere, because you do not want any splotchy, nothing that's going to look ugly, like for real. And really, you don't have to use foil. I was really just being extra with doing this. The foil is really just to speed up the processing time, and it gets the color lighter, because this is 20 volume developer, and depending on what volume developer you have depends on the level of lift you get. So this is just going to help us get a little bit more lift. And what I what I messed up on is I should have folded the foil up higher than this, because the top is actually a little darker than the rest of the color. You can't really tell, like, it's not noticeable. It looks kind of natural, but if I was to change anything, I would have, folded that foil up a little higher to actually cover all of the bleach. But I'm gonna do this a couple more times just so you guys can get a better understanding of what I'm doing, because I know I did not explain that right for everyone to, actually understand. I'm not a good teacher at all. So you guys could just watch the clips and yeah. This is what the wig is looking like after we finish all of the back section. Da, 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 da. So now we're going to work on the front. I'm just going to separate this into two. I think that's what I did. Yeah. Separate this part into two. So altogether it came up to 4 sections. And I'm literally going to do the same exact thing that I did in the front and the back. So take a section, take that section, separate it into 2 more, and just work on the top section. and slap that bleach on there. So after I finished everything, this is when I decided that I didn't want a black, base or whatever. So I'm using 10 volume developer this time and the same exact powder BW2 again. And with this, I was kind of like having a hard time deciding on how I was going to do this color, because at first I was going to do it with the foil still on there, but that was going to be too much work trying to separate which was bleach, which was not. Like, it was just too much. So I just took all of the foils out, and I'm just going to tell you y'all, this is going to get real messy. First off, I did not have any gloves, so that was the first thing. I had to do this with my hands, because I had to just get that bleach on there somehow. You guys are going to see I had to get that bleach. It wasn't going to work with just a comb. So literally I had to take that bleach, place it on there, and go through with my fingers just to make sure all of the bleach was throughout the hair all the way. At first I was trying to use this little paddle thing. I really thought this was going to get the job done. But like, as I started looking, I was like, what? I was like, no, this, I could tell, like, this not gonna cut it for real. This not gonna cut it. So as you can see, I put that thing straight down, and I just started working through with my hands. Do not, if you don't know what you're doing for real, do not do this. Like, go get some gloves or something, because really, bleach can literally burn the mess out of you. Like, for real. I'm not even playing. Burn the mess out of you. But what I'm doing now is just brushing it through, just to make sure everything got bleach on it, no black spots or nothing like that. I even put it on the spots that was already bleached. Don't do that either, because you can overprocess the hair. I really just realized that I did that. But yeah, this clip, you see that I'm literally going through with my hands, separating it, make sure all the black is gone, all covered. And yeah, you guys could just watch the rest. It's literally just the same thing. I'm literally just putting the bleach all throughout the black. This step is also optional as well. This is just because I wanted the base to be like brown, not black. So yeah. So when I did the front, I didn't take the foils out of the front first, because I had literally just finished doing it, and I still needed the front pieces to get a little brighter. So that's the reason of me keeping those foils on there. I eventually did end up taking them off, I think, once I got to the other side, because they were good. But that's the reason for that. So this is what color we got at the end. This is basically the end of the video. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And like always, I'm going to put some clips at the end so you guys can see how it looked. And I hope you guys have a great day.